just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Missouri Tigers taking on the third-ranked team, Penn State Nittany Lions. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it here. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it second and medium. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Caught behind the line. It's Wallace. In the clear at the 25. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. The offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
The Nittany Lions with 1st and 10 here. They'll run the option. Pitches to the back. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. Send the back in motion. They look to throw it here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to the receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
And the Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. The quarterback's got it on the option. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it to the left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Here comes the 7th play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's 3rd down now. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They'll change the pre-snap look now. 3rd down, out of the shotgun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State. Strong game by this quarterback. A horrible field position to start the drive quick, but they just marched right down the field to get points.
Chris, this offensive coordinator deserves a raise after that opening drive. The way they orchestrated this inside their own 15 to come away with points, impressive.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. A pop pass on the jet sweep. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Manning. They bring him down after a short gain there.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback looking to scramble. Breaks loose at the 40. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the 1st down.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. He's found some room at the 45. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
It's a run to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Now it's 2nd down here. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. The offense still on the field to go for it on 4th and 11. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. As incomplete, he was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there, they just weren't able to complete it.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
It went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Important 3rd down play coming up. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Caught in the backfield. It's Wallace. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. Able to move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Nittany Lions lining up here on 1st and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They're going to run the option. As the 1st down still on the move. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a 1st down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, You better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking for some space. It's Wallace. The Nittany Lions looking to cash in this red zone trip. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
The offense eager to keep this drive going, but facing a 3rd and long from the 20 now. He's escaping the pocket now. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up 4th down now. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up 3 yards on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Lacey. And he's tackled after the catch. So we reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. In the red area, it's Lacey. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And the freshman brings him down quickly. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Makes the catch. Can he get in? The defense makes the stop at the 3.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. From the second quarter, it's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Good job dealing with the footing. The PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down. And the Nittany Lions looking to crank up the tempo a bit. A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. He makes the grab. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
A new set of downs after that completion. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
The Nittany Lions have 1st and 10 here. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. The pocket breaking down. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's going to take off here. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time before he can get out, they keep him to a short game.
So it's third down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. Made his first attempt. This one is from 49 yards out. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner is tackled as time expires here in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to get the second half going. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Missouri offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's going to pull it down and run. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Tackle is finally made, but the offense will set up now at the 44.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down and 10 now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Running back has it on a screen now. They finally get him down, but a solid gain on that screen pass. Good call there.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Returner trying to create good field position. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They've got the lead, but had settled for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
gain makes it 2nd and medium. They'll try the option play here. The back's got it on the pitch. Running with purpose. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
A gain sets up a 3rd down play. Back in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Running past the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Past the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone this time. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. That's a solid gain there. He keeps it and picks up the 1st down himself.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Big chunk gain in the first play of the drive sets him up near midfield in 1st and 10. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a 1st down here on this next play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. And he drops back in the gun. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a 1st down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried the throw that time.
Man, I love the pressure by this pass rush. I know they didn't get to the quarterback, but they definitely affected the throw.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. He was perfect on his first attempt, but this is tougher from 49 yards away. And that is no good. After the miss, they're still down by 10.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
First down here for this offense. It's an option look. He'll pitch it. Toss the spin move. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
He's tackled at the 38-yard line. 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Penn State 20, Missouri 10.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. They'll try to run it with the option. He'll toss it to the back. Gets into space at the 50. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a 1st down. Great execution on the option.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense.
29 Philly, 2-9 Lager. Gorilla.
On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Important 2nd down play coming up.
Here we go.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up the 1st down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
And the Nittany Lions look to keep this drive moving.
325.
Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Looking to the end zone, and it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play, and the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Shotgun formation here on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Wow, Chris, I don't know. You got control of this game, and you go for it here? A little bit confusing. Why even allow your opponent any chance of anything? Finish out the win and just punt it away.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Grab behind the line, it's Roberts. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. A handoff from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 45. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. See what the call is on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Finds his man. It's Roberts. And they get him down after the completion.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. This possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Takes it inside the 40. Touchdown, Tigers. Just ran away from the defense. That's an important score. We've got a one-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. This one will be fair caught. Comes back on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the option play. Pitch to the back. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Caught behind the line. It's Martin. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that run on the previous play. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Grab behind the line. It's Martin. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down, but they just dumped it off to the back.
Yeah, nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield, because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight. He's able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
That's a solid run, good for first down yardage. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he'll get there. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Point after, not great through. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Caught in the backfield. It's Roberts. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
On the run here, lets it go. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Here's the second down play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. He lets it go. He's got a receiver wide open here. Poor set of bounds after a big game. This offense set up with a first down.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
Strap in for this exciting finish. The offense has one last drive. The time ticking away. Finding space at the 20. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, that's everything you could hope for here for an offense. They make a nice completion here. Thing that really stood out to me, your fourth quarter, late in the game, the clock is essential. Get out of bounds when you can. Get a first down when you can. He does both here to set up the offense here nicely.
That's reeled in. It's Roberts. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Press coverage now from the secondary. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Makes the grab. It's Roberts. And he will be stuffed for no gain. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri.
Chris, just a great job by this offense. Now, I think it's a little bit too late here. They're not going to be able to have a chance to come back, but I think it says a lot about the character of this football team that they're fighting to the very end.
Point after, up and good. I believe they can line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. Well, a really entertaining game. Kirk came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and forth, trade blow for blow. Excellent team win by these guys, doing what they had to do in the final quarter to come out on top.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.